Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack stories that, well, they do more than just inform, they really make you think. And today, we're diving into a big one from the world of cricket, a story that kind of pushes us to ask, what's real value? What's heroism look like today? We're talking about Cheteshwar Pujara. His international retirement just announced August 25th, 2025. Now, if you're picturing, massive sixes, super fast scores, maybe pause that thought. Pujara, he was different, a modern classicist maybe, a real beacon of resilience.
That's exactly it, isn't it? The paradox. Cricket today, so much of it is spectacle, big hits, T20 flash. So what does it mean when someone like Pujara builds this incredible legacy on, well, grit, on patience, on things that maybe aren't spectacular in that noisy way? To me, it's beautiful. A reminder of something timeless, that quiet strength we often just rush past.
That's a great way to put it. So our mission today, let's get behind the numbers. We want to uncover that quiet intensity, really look at his contributions, which were huge, maybe undervalued, and see what lessons his career offers you, our listener, especially if you appreciate substance over just flash. Okay, let's unpack this. We hear about these explosive talents bursting onto the scene, but Pujara's story feels different. How much of that stoic style, that unbelievable patience, was forged way back in Rajkot. He was born there, January 25th, 1988.
Oh, absolutely. Fundamental.
Yeah.
Rajkot. His upbringing there, it wasn't about quick fixes. It was painstaking. It was about building this relentless work ethic. His father, Arvind himself, a former Ranji Trophy player, proper first-class cricket, he was key, guiding him meticulously, hour after hour at the railway
That's
commentary.
our dad's eye, yeah.
Exactly. Honing that technique, stroke by stroke. His mother, Reena, too, fostering that passion. And this approach, this methodical way, made him a run machine for Saurashtra. Over 6,000 runs in the Ranji Trophy. Average over 50. That's serious domestic pedigree. Yeah. And that's where he got that nickname, the Wall 2.0, obviously echoing Rahul Dravid.
Dravid. Big shoes to fill.
Huge. But what's amazing is how, even with that comparison, he carved out his own identity, that old school grit, but with this quiet intensity that was pure Pujara.
So that dedication, that almost monastic approach really worked in domestic cricket. The foundation was solid. How did that translate? When he steps onto the biggest stage, Test debut, India versus Australia, Bangalore, October 9, 2010.
Well, he didn't exactly blast his way in. It was more composed, a really confident 72 in the second innings, a sign of things to come, really. And over his career, impressive numbers, 103 tests. 7,195 runs, average 43.60, 1900s, 35 50s.
Solid stats.
Very solid. But, and this is the crucial part, those numbers, they really only scratch the surface of his actual value to the team.
Okay, scratching the surface. Tell me more. Why wasn't his impact just about the runs on the board? What else was there?
Because it was how he got the runs and when. His unique ability was to just anchor the innings, to soak up unbelievable pressure, and to just systematically, patiently wear down the best bowling attacks in the world. Think about that 2018-19 tour of Australia. Historic series win for India.
I remember it well. He was immense.
Immense is the word. Facing that Aussie pace attack, Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, relentless pressure, and Pujara just stood there like a rock. Scored 521 runs, 4 tests, average over 74.
Incredible numbers.
And think about the knocks. That 193 in Sydney, the gritty 123 in Adelaide. These weren't just scores. They were like masterclasses in patience, sheer endurance.
How many balls did he face in that series? It felt like he was always batting.
He faced 1,258 balls.
Oh, 12,258.
More than anyone else by a distance. He literally built the platform for India's first ever Test series win down under. It wasn't flashy, but is the bedrock. It shows you how individual commitment, that mental toughness, can be absolutely vital for the team, even if it's not on the highlight reel.
It really is almost unthinkable, isn't it? Watching those innings, it felt, like a test of sheer human will more than just a cricket match. And that stat about facing over 500 balls in one innings, that 202 against Australia in Ranchi 2017 off 525 balls.
Still unmatched by any other Indian batsman.
Right, and that innings, it's more than just a record, isn't it? It's like a metaphor. Delayed gratification. In a world that wants everything now, Pujara just showed the power of staying put, of outlasting the challenge.
And his style, his batting technique, it was fascinating. A deliberate, almost beautiful throwback. That forward defense, people called it impenetrable, like a work of art. Every leave outside off stump, every little nudge for one. It wasn't passive, it was calculated, part of a bigger chess game.
A chess game against the bowler.
Exactly. While T20 glorified the big, audacious shots, Pujara reminded us there's this enduring elegance in simplicity, in just mastering the fundamentals.
But let's be real, that approach wasn't always popular, was it? He faced criticism.
Oh, definitely. Significant challenges. His strike rate, how quickly he scored,
Yeah.
often around 40.
Yeah, that drew flack, especially as the game got faster.
Constantly. People wanted quicker runs. He was sometimes on the fringes, even dropped in 2021. They looked towards younger, maybe more dynamic players.
But he came back.
That's the thing. His mental fortitude. Incredible. He didn't complain. He just went back to domestic cricket and piled on the runs. Sheer weight of runs forced his way back in. And that culminated in that unbeaten 72 against England in Birmingham, 2022. Just pure resilience.
Which really makes you think, doesn't it? How do we balance the demands of modern sport or any field, really, with the value of specialists? People who do one thing exceptionally well, even if it's not fast.
That's the tension, isn't it? And it makes his career so compelling to look at. Because people debated the strike rate, sure, but his impact, that was undeniable, globally too.
That's a great point. It wasn't just about runs in India. His game traveled.
Absolutely. His performances overseas, in really tough conditions, England with the Duke's ball swinging around.
Nightmare for batters.
Totally. Or the bounce in South Africa, the spinning tracks in Sri Lanka. He adapted. He found a way. It proved his method wasn't just a home ground thing.
I remember that 2017 Sri Lanka tour. He was brilliant. Over 300 runs, crucial 100 in Colombo.
And then there's county cricket. His stints in England, Yorkshire, Notts, Sussex.
He became quite a fixture there for a while.
He did. Highly sought after and respected. That 2022 season for Sussex was phenomenal. Over 2,000 runs, 8 centuries, at 34 years old.
So had that hunger.
Unbelievable hunger. And those spells, they weren't just about runs for him. He became a real ambassador for Indian cricket over there. Showed that skill and temperament. Well, they travel. They work anywhere.
So we've got the Wall 2.0, the Test Titan, the global performer. But what about the person? The human behind the helmet, as you said earlier. What was he like?
Just fundamentally different from the modern celebrity athlete mold.
Yeah.
Very soft-spoken, media shy. Let the bat do the talking. Teammates always mention his calmness. A genuinely stabilizing presence in the dressing room, especially when things got tense.
You hear stories about his humility too, right?
Loads. Spending time with young fans back in Rajkot. Mentoring younger players at Saurashtra. And his fitness often overlooked because he wasn't about explosive power, but it was key.
Had to be for those long innings.
Exactly. That dedication allowed him to bat for hours, days sometimes. And his personal life seems very grounded, too. Married to Pooja Pabari since 2013. And his father, Arvind, always there. Coach, confidant. It's a picture of quiet dedication on and off the field.
That quiet dedication, it feels like the theme. Like his whole career was pushing back against the noise, championing something more enduring.
I think that's absolutely right. You have to see his career in the context of how cricket changed. The rise of T20, the IPL, everything geared towards aggression, entertainment. And Pujara stood firm. He championed Test cricket's virtues. He was like a living reminder what the longest format demands. He once said something like, Test cricket is about heart. It's about standing up when everything is against you.
That sums him up perfectly.
It really does. His career was that statement. A counter-narrative to the instant gratification world.
And you can see his influence already, can't you? On the next generation. Players like Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Yeah, they trained with him. They talk about his work ethic, his attention to detail. Coaches across India point to him.
Yeah.
This is how you build it in. That's a crucial legacy, especially now.
And the tributes when you're retired. On August 25th?
Immense. Just poured in. Virat Kohli called him the rock of our batting. Nathan Lyon, the Aussie spinner who had so many battles with him.
Just bowled thousands of balls to him.
Oh, for sure. Lyon called him the toughest batsman I've bowled to. High praise. And yeah, social media just exploded with hashtag thank you Pujara. Deservedly so.
His last test match was that World Test Championship final in 2023. Against Australia again. Didn't get big scores, 27 and 14, I think. India lost. But he was there, fighting till the end.
A fitting end, in a way. Always battling.
Yeah. So his international journey's over. He'll focus on domestic cricket, mentoring maybe. But the impact, the legacy, that feels far from finished.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you listening? For your own challenges, your own work? Pujara's career, it's such a powerful lesson, isn't it? About delayed rewards.
Yeah.
Quiet dedication.
Yeah. Hard work over flash.
Exactly. It really challenges us to think about how we value people, how we define success. It asks us to appreciate those unsung heroes, the ones who aren't always in the spotlight but are absolutely essential for any kind of victory, any kind of progress. There's real power in just being steady, unyielding.
It leaves us with a big thought, doesn't it? For you to mull over. In a world that seems obsessed with getting things instantly, wanting everyone to do everything, Pujara's career, his dedication to one specific, difficult art batting time in Test cricket, it offers this profound counter-narrative. How do we make sure that patience, that meticulousness, that deep specialized expertise, how do we make sure those things are still valued, still celebrated, not just in sport, but everywhere?
That's the question.
A question worth exploring long after this deep dive ends.